Hello, hello, everybody. I hope that music is not too loud. If you can tell me if it's too loud, I can turn it down. My gosh, look at me. Wow. Okay, so I'm gonna jump right in because I wanted to talk to you a little bit, and I thought, I'm already up here at my desk, so while I'm talking to you, I'm just gonna put my makeup on. And if you have any questions, let me know while I'm putting it on, or if you have any suggestions, because my gosh, I could use them. Now, yesterday I watched a video of someone using our botanical foundation, and she was doing something different with it than I've seen done, so I'm going to try it and see if it works. And I'm a little skeptical of things that are new. So, okay, she put it on in different places like this. Hi Lee, how are you today? I've got my war paint on now. Okay, so I don't want to waste any, so I'm going to get off my fingers what's on there. Alright, so then she took a buffer brush. Yeah, me too. Okay, so guys, I look like this. I mean, I don't look like this very often, but I gotta tell you why I look so bad. Oh wow, this does work. I was a little worried about it because she looked like she was a pro, and I thought maybe I shouldn't try it live because maybe I'll screw it up. But I like this. It gives a very smooth coverage. So last night, my son, he was doing fine. He ate dinner, and he was playing and everything. He came upstairs and played with Cora in her room, and he had a few little times when he was crying a little, but that was because he would fall or something like that. I don't want to waste any of it. So then around, I don't know, it was probably 8:30, 9 o'clock. This might, let me pause this so it doesn't mess with my video. Okay, sorry. So about 8:30, 9 o'clock last night, he threw up all over the floor in the kitchen, and oh my gosh, you guys, I thought he was okay, but he just kept doing it and doing it. And so from that time until like 3 o'clock in the morning, he was so sick. I mean, really, really sick. And what worried me the most, and you're like, your kids get sick, so that's not a big deal, right? Hey Lee, do you notice this is like not cakey? It's like really going on smoothly. Like it's not there. I'm gonna put a little extra under my eyes because I need that, especially today, guys. Seriously, my gosh, he threw up until 3 in the morning, over and over. Just if he waited between, it was like 20 minutes. I couldn't even give him water, so it was really, really bad. And what worried me the most about it was that while he was in Cora's room, he fell off the bed and he hit his head. Well, I don't know if he hit his head. I'm assuming he hit his head because he cried so hard, and her bed is really close to the ground, but the footboard is wooden. So I think he probably hit his head against it. Then I was really worried that, he had a concussion. And I talked to my husband, and he said, you need to watch him and don't take him to the emergency room yet because you don't know if that's what it is, and if it's just a stomach bug, then you look stupid for taking him in. And it's a lot of money. But of course, we would take him in if it was necessary. Wow. So that worked. That was super cool. Just don't waste any of it, she said. Just get it off that brush. So I watched him, and he said, look at his eyes, make sure he's responding to light and everything. And he was, but man, he was so sick. And so I was up like forever. And I'm so tired today. So I look like a zombie mom today. I am going to get some of that Eye Aspire because I just really think I need it and I'm terrible at contouring, so you'll have to forgive me. I'll rub this in too. I'm going to get some just because I have these times when, my gosh, he's awake all night. And, he's not usually like that. So, oh, you're so sweet. Seriously, I feel like The Walking Dead today. My eyes are like, they're kind of burning today, just because I was up so late with him. So this morning he woke up and he was really happy, and he was playing and talking to me, and he's really cute because he'll take my face and he'll push it towards his and he'll talk to me right at my face. He's like, okay, like, and he wants me to look at him and talk to him, and it's so cute because like he wants to make sure I'm paying attention. So he seems okay today, but he's already thrown up 3 times, but only water. He had like toast this morning, just a little bit, and he didn't throw that up. You guys, if you do your makeup differently than I'm doing it, I'm so sorry. I'm not a professional, and so I just kind of do my thing. You notice how, like, I think this looks super pigmented, really dark on me. Let me see if I can show you. Does that look super pink? I don't want it to look too pink, but I ended up getting this color. It's supposed to be that light pink, but man, I don't know, did they send me the wrong color because it looks really dark? Is it right? Yes, I love these brushes. Does it look right though? Is it the right color, or should I have a different color for blush? You guys can all weigh in. I know y'all are watching. Tell me what you wear for blush. Do you wear like pinks or like more of the peachy colors? I have both. I have pink and peach. Okay, so, and I wanted to talk to you guys, so when I was doing my devotions this morning, like, it's the end of the year, and so I've just been really focusing on that. I really want to focus on, you know, what am I going to do in the new year? And I did a video the other day about what are you taking with you into the new year, like, don't take baggage. So I'm talking about Keen. See, I have Keen too. And Peachy. I have Peachy and Keen, and I have then this one. I don't know what this one is. It's that pink color, but it's the light pink. It's fine. It'll do. I'm not too worried about it today. I just want to feel like I'm not a zombie today. And I'm probably forgetting stuff too. But I was doing my devotions today. Now this is going to be difficult to do this. I'm doing it in my phone because I've got it blocking the mirror. I was thinking about goals, like goal setting. Oh, that's impossible. I can't do that in the phone. That's ridiculous. Yeah, I was thinking about goal setting because you know how we all do those resolutions? Well, I am a goal setter. Growing up even, I had planned on being a teacher since, gosh, I don't know, I was in 6th or 7th grade when I decided. And then I just did what I had to do. I learned grammar like you would not believe. I loved it so much, and I still do. People call me, well, Amanda, if she's on here, she calls me Granny Grammar. All through college, she called me that. So it's very difficult. You guys have a hard time doing your other side when you're like right-handed, have a hard time doing your left side? I have a hard time doing the right side with the liner. Anyways, so I was thinking about goals. Sorry. And I thought, well, what does the Bible say about us planning ahead? Because, yeah, grammar Nazi. That's what people call me, too. I just didn't want to say Nazi. I don't know if people get offended by that. But, what does the Bible say about planning ahead? And how much planning ahead can you do and still be trusting God to take care of things? And so I was like, I'm just going to go to the Bible and I'm going to see what it says. Let's just see, what God says about planning and what He's trying to teach us about that. So I just started looking up different places, and there's a place in Proverbs. Proverbs is great for that too because it's a lot of instruction. And sometimes when I get really burdened down, I don't read Proverbs because I feel like I'm not doing anything right. And so I'm like, okay, I don't want to read this right now because I need encouragement, so I go to Psalms or something like that. But what's next? Eyeshadow, right? I'm really out of it. So I read Psalms when I need encouragement, but I go to Proverbs when I need to learn something, when I really need an instruction for something. And so, okay, I can't see what I'm doing here. I'm going to try to do this, guys. I don't think I'm with it enough to get anything really amazing done today here. but Proverbs talks about being diligent, and the thoughts of the diligent it says they tend to plenteousness. And I'm not like prosperity preaching here. I'm just telling you that like God wants us to plan. He wants us to plan ahead, and he says when you're diligent and you make a plan and you stick to it and you just get things done, then you're going to reap the benefits of it. And it doesn't have to be money or anything like that. It just, he says you're going to reap benefits from that. And then he also says, he talks about, go to the ant, thou sluggard, because he wants us to remember that there are people who plan and work hard, and if you don't, then, you don't prepare yourself for what's next. And we have something to prepare ourselves for here. I mean, we're going into a new year. A lot of you are starting new things, and I know I am trying to write this book, and I have to be intentional about it. I have to set goals, because if I don't set goals, I'm never going to get it done. Honestly, like I even had to set goals when I was doing my doctorate. My husband and I sat down and we talked about, okay, here's what we're going to do at this point. We're going to go ahead and, at each point we made, here's how many classes I'll take, and I mapped it all out. And you always do that in college, but it seems like in life we just kind of live it and we go on cruise control, and life just happens in years past. I mean, how fast did this year go for you guys? For me, it was so fast. I can't even tell you. I don't even remember half of it, but like it was a really fast year, and so I feel like I need to plan a little better for the one coming up. Okay, I need to mix a little bit here, or like blend. So I think that's what we should be doing in this next week after Christmas. I think we need to like set down and make goals. Just really set goals, because we need to make sure that we are being diligent with our time like God tells us to. Like, be diligent with your time, redeem the time. And, take after the ant. He also talks about in Luke, when he's talking about people, working for the kingdom, he says, do any of you sit down and build a tower without making plans? He's like, no, you don't do that. So he's encouraging people to plan things out, plan ahead, don't just jump into something. So we kind of have a responsibility there to plan ahead and to think ahead a little bit. I'm going to attempt these eyebrows. I don't do much with my eyebrows really, or ever, actually. Let me just be honest. I never do it. So, he talks about you got to plan things out. So, if you guys are watching, and then if you do the replay, put replay. But if you're watching now, what are your goals? Tell me what your goals are. I want to know some of them. My goals are to finish my book. I would like to pay off something. I don't care what it is. I'm just going to work on paying off something, whether it's a car or a credit card or something. I'm going to pay off something in 2018. So that's one of my goals. I'm going to write my book and publish it this year. So I'm going to self-publish. So do those look way over the top? Because I use the lightest brown. Plan and work hard, open to God's changes. Yeah, absolutely. We have to be open to changes, whatever he decides. Of course, you have to be flexible, because God really is the one who decides what you're supposed to be doing. But what are your plans for this year? Lee, do you have any plans? You're going to do a book, right? So guys, I'm going to come back, and if you do the replay, I'm going to come back and I want to see your plans for this year, what you're going to do. And then put what your first step is. So I'm also a freelance editor, a tech editor. And so I was editing this guy's book, and he called it a work in progress, but Connor Franta has a book called that. So I told him he needed to change the title. He did. He changed it to Never Complete, which is a good title. And he talks a lot in there about, we have next steps to take, and if you're not taking a next step, you need to evaluate where you're going. What do I want to use here? I'm going to use this burnt orange color that I never, ever use. Let's see what it does. It's supposed to give me a little shimmer, so that's what I want. So, we all have to take a next step, and we all have to decide what that next step is going to be. And I feel like we wait until it's the last minute. So a lot of people are going to wait until it's New Year's. That is way dark. What the heck? I'm going to blend. They're going to wait until it's New Year's and then they're going to make some resolution. But really, you know, to not carry the stuff that you don't want into the new year, you're going to have to, you know, make the plan now. Take the next step now. Yeah, I think I'm going to be done with my my eyeshadow now. It's a little dark on the top, but I'm okay with that. Because my mascara will take care of it. But before I do mascara, I want to set everything. And one thing, like, some of you have teenagers or kids that are even grown, and this is our setting powder. Those kids are watching you. So what I realized when, you know, Allie, seriously, if you've met Allie, she's the sweetest. She was so meek and quiet, and she was such a sweet girl. And not that she's not now, but when people get to be teenagers, they, I don't know, they adopt a boldness, I'll say. They adopt a boldness to them. So she has adopted her boldness. And I don't love it all the time, but what I notice is that when she's telling me something, she will say, well, you do this, or you do this. And a lot of it has to do with things that I'm telling her to do that I haven't done, or telling her not to do that I have done. And I have to be very careful, because when you have teenagers, they're absorbing everything. They're watching you, and writer's comments, oh, how fun. But they're absorbing everything, and not only that, but they are ready to call you out on it the minute you make a mistake. Because if you say something and you're being a hypocrite, they're going to say something about it. I mean, your kids might be really super respectful, and they've been taught not to tell you when you're being a butthole. But I appreciate when Allie, she would never tell me I'm being a butthole. She's not disrespectful, but she tells me, you know, you do that. Why do you do it? And then you tell me not to do it. And sometimes the answer is I'm an adult and you're not ready to be there yet. But sometimes it's just that I'm not doing the right thing. And I need to be an example. So this is one of those times in the new year when you need to be an example to your kids and to those around you who are watching you. I have a lot of teacher friends. Be an example to the kids in your class and let them know what goals you're setting. Let them know that you have this goal and let them hold you accountable. Man, kids know how to hold you accountable, don't they? Like, my kids in my classroom, if I ever said anything at the beginning, you know, you have that introduction at the beginning of the year. Oh my goodness. If I said anything, they remembered it from the first day of the year to the last. They knew exactly what the procedures were supposed to be. They knew the rewards that I promised. And so I thought that was super cool, though. I think it's great that they are so engaged, that they hold you accountable, because you need someone to, right? Guys, I'm going bold today because, well, one, that's my thing. And two, I'm going to do some Christmas shopping. So I'm going to wear red lipstick today. What was I saying? Oh, yeah, your kids are watching, so Allie will always call me out. So I'm trying to get her to make goals, because she told me that she wants to go to this college that is like, well, it's expensive for one thing, so thanks, Allie. But this college, you have to plan ahead. Way ahead. Like, she's going to have to be doing stuff right now, her freshman year, and then taking summer school and different things. Yeah, Lee, I do that when I wear the nude. I don't do it if I, actually any other thing but the Enduring, I will fill my lip, because this stuff will stay on longer with the Enduring lip liner, filling your lip. But when I use this, it stays on anyway, so I don't do it. It's a good idea, though. How beautiful is this red? Man, I love it. Yeah. I love this red so much. This is Cherry Pie. It is so pretty. But yeah, I think I'm done. I'm not gonna stay on here much longer, but I just wanted you guys to be very intentional. And today, before Christmas even starts, sit down and write down a goal. Write it down somewhere. Put it in the notes in your phone and say, on December this and that, I wrote a goal out. This is what I'm going to do this year. And then you can write down the first step. It's very easy to do a first step. So what is your next step? And David Shobe is the guy's name who's writing that book. He's actually publishing it right now. I think he's going to try to finish today, getting it on Amazon. Do that so I don't get in my teeth. So that book is really good. I mean, it's practical. He talks to college students all over the country, and he tells them what next steps they need to take, because a lot of times when you're in college, you're kind of just floating until you get done. So he talks to them about next steps, and all the next steps aren't toward their career. Next steps can be internal, and that's why I talked to you guys the other day about forgiveness, because your next step might be to forgive somebody so that you can walk in freedom and they aren't a burden on you anymore. And a lot of times we carry a burden thinking, well, I'm not going to forgive that person because they did thus and such, and then you're the one carrying the burden and they don't care. That's silly. That's so silly. Like, they do not care if you haven't forgiven them. They aren't thinking about it. So you being mad is just, good morning, Lori. You being mad is just affecting you and the people around you, because when you're irritated with somebody, it spreads. I mean, you might make a face when that person is mentioned, or, you know, something like that. Oh, cool. That'd be a great idea, Lee. Thank you. But yeah, people are watching you. So the things that you need to do, the next step that you need to take, write it down and be intentional about taking the first, you know, I'm going to publish my book. I need to sit down and write the rest of the devotionals. I mean, I've written them, and then I need to go back and edit so that I can add things to them, because I wrote them as posts. And they need to be extended. So my goal is that by the end of the year, so I have a little over a week, I want to get 5 more of them edited. So I need 5. That means I really need to do one a day besides Christmas. So I've got goals, you know. Hi, Dana. And when you make your goals, share them with people so that you can be accountable and they can ask you. I mean, I have someone who, Amy, if she's watching, I have someone who makes sure I work out, and she is working out. We're accountability partners for that, so that I stay active. And drink water. You guys hear me talk about that all the time. Everybody's pestering the crap out of me about drinking water, so thank you. I'm not mad about it. I am so thankful, because you saw the before and after pictures of my skin that I posted last night. I mean, it is unreal. Or did I post them this morning? It's just, the difference is unreal. So part of that, it's not all Limelight. I mean, yes, the Limelight skincare products are amazing, but I'm drinking water, and I know that that's making a huge difference in how puffy I am. So Dana, you don't even say that like you believe it. That's insane. I'm never going to believe that it's yummy, that water's so good. But I would love to hear, I mean, there's several people on right now. Please, in the comments, and Lee posted her goal, or what she wants to do in the new year. Post your goal. Dana, what goal do you have? Lori, what goals do you have for 2018? Even if it's just one that you post, like mine is going to be to publish that book. So post your goal, and then post what your next step is for that goal, and share it with somebody. You've shared it with us if you post on here, and then share it with somebody in your family. Yeah, Lori, I'm looking into that. I wanted to see what the name of that was again. So thank you. But share it with someone in your family who you know you're going to see on a daily basis, and tell them, you need to make sure I do this. Help me do this. Because God tells us that we are to plan. We are to look to the ant who plans ahead so he can be prepared when anything comes. And that's not just internally. We need to prepare externally as well. So, yeah, a lot of education and different things with that, Dana. There's a lot to go along with that. So what are you going to do? What's your next step? So be thinking about that. I want to pay off student loans. I told you I was going to pay one thing off this year, whether it's a credit card or a car or something, but I'm going to pay one thing off this year. I'm going to write the book. I want to become bold, and I'm working on it. And so every day I'm going to try to step out of my comfort zone. I mean, I've been a teacher forever, and then now oh, Lori, she writes a blog called Healing Home. That's wonderful. I think a lot of people would benefit from that, so I think you should definitely get into it. So this year, before the new year comes, you can set up your website, set up your blog, and write your first post about what your plan is for the new year. That would be a really good goal for you to make. So I think that's amazing. I just want us to take steps now, because I feel like if we take steps now, it's not going to be gimmicky. Like when we go into the new year and we say, I'm going to make a resolution to do this. Guys, people break those all the time. Those are made to be broken. I don't know very many people at all who keep their resolutions past like March. I mean, very few. If you keep them past March, you're the exception. You're not the rule. And we can't live on exceptions. So we need to make plans and be very intentional about what we're going to do and share that with people so you can be accountable. All right, so a special treat. The next, either tonight or tomorrow night. I don't know how many of you guys you can like put up a like emoji if you have heard of The Christmas Guest. It's a little, it's not a song, it's kind of a poem. The Christmas Guest. Has anybody heard of it? Put a like emoji if you've heard of it. Or like click like. So no one's heard of it. That's great. Because sometimes I think, oh, this is so common. But my sister and I, when we were growing up, we used to like not perform it, but quote it in church, because it has a really good message to it. And we are going to do that either tonight or tomorrow night. So stay tuned. I will post a graphic about it that tells you it's going to be either 8:30 tonight, or I'll have to tell you a time if it's tomorrow, because my sister is letting me know if she's available at 8:30 tonight, and we've already looked it over. But we love The Christmas Guest, and we memorized it when we were really little, and so I want to share it with you, and it will just be kind of a treat, like a Christmas treat. You could sit down and listen for a little bit. It doesn't take more than 5 minutes, and your kids can listen, so it's something that kids can watch too. But it has such a great message, and a message that you can talk to your kids about afterwards. And we have those traditions, right, Dana? So I think that's cool. But I will just stay tuned on my page and look for the graphic that shows what time it's going to be and what day. And join me for that. I think it's going to be really fun. So it's been great talking to you today, and you just saw me put on my whole face. Now I got to get this hair fixed because it's insane right now. I mean, I look definitely like I just woke up. So I will talk to you guys later. Have an awesome day.